Redskins just lost 24-16 to the Philadelphia Eagles here at Lincoln Financial Field, and here are your takeaways. The season's officially over. All the talk about that run last year, that magical 7-game season closing run, that stuff is over with right now. The Redskins are done. They don't have the type of team that can pull off another run like that, and that's it. The second takeaway is that Mike Shanahan right now is playing to convince Dan Snyder that, you know what, the thing is a complete disaster and he needs to bring him back, not just for next year, but for an extension. In my column last week, I made what I thought were very logical points about why Shanahan, for the good of the organization, needs to come back. However, if this team finishes on a season-closing 8-game losing streak and it appears they're a complete disaster, I would not be surprised if Daniel Snyder made a coaching change, because that wouldn't pass the eye test. Third takeaway is this team has so many holes on its roster, they need to try to find out what they have. They need to try to find out if they have a slot receiver on this roster for next year. They need to find out if they have a guard, a right guard on this roster for next year. They need to find out whether Bakari Rambo has a chance of playing in free safety in this league. Right now it's about evaluation, and the Redskins need to try to find out what they have. The Redskins face the San Francisco 49ers at FedEx Field in the next game, and here's what you need to look at. They have to basically just play not to be embarrassed. They've been embarrassed in too many games this season, and you just can't be embarrassed at home. The next takeaway is, once again, you have a quarterback in Colin Kaepernick of the 49ers who is a lot like Robert Griffin III, very mobile quarterback. But if you can keep him in the pocket, he's shown that, he's come back down to earth a little bit. So maybe that's something the Redskins can capitalize on and try to have a good game. And the third thing to look at is, again, Mike Shanahan. This is going to be the biggest storyline for the whole season. I believe for the good of the organization, there are many reasons why Shanahan should return. But if the team continues to look as bad as it did against the Philadelphia Eagles, then it would be very hard probably for Daniel Snyder to bring him back next season.